I'm feeling good.
She basically said the quiet part out loud. This is how the vast majority of them feel. They know what police brutality is. They just don't want it to be them on the receiving end. They want it to be just us.
Yeah, y'all are actually never beating the allegations. Because genuinely what? And I cannot stress this enough. The is this? Are we dead ass? I need to know specifically what neurons in your brain, or lack thereof, made you think it was a good idea to type this out, reread it, check for punctuation, say, yep, this is the one, and hit post. Can we be for real? Old girl really said, hey, so do y'all mind if we go back to when the police were just killing black and brown people? Because now ice agents are killing people who look like me. And that's not so easy for me to ignore. Like, I'm over here trying to make my friendship bracelet. And it's like, I can't ignore this. This is too spicy. Can we go back to the unseasoned stuff? Because y'all know that's what we need. We can't handle all this spice. Y'all will say shit like this and then in the same breath ask where black people are and why we're not on the front lines protesting. Maybe because we're tired of y'all using us like a human shield. Hello? I saw a white man make a video earlier this week talking about do black Americans know that they're... Yes, Matthew, we do know that. What we would like to know is how are you using your privilege to help fight what is and has always been happening in this country. The reality is y'all are still waiting and hoping for black people to put our lives on the line to help fix problems that y'all not only created, but have sustained for years, because none of this is new. Y'all are just now paying more attention to it because it's starting to affect people who look like you. I'm gonna hold your hand with a napkin in between when I say this. The days of black people trying to single-handedly save this country are over. It's time for y'all to put in some work. Put down them friendship bracelets, stop making them cakes, use your privilege, and get in the field. Hope this helps. Peace and love. Talk to you later.
And this is the reason why we said we stay in our ass at home. We're chilling. This is not our fight. We don't have shit to do with this. This is why. Because it wasn't ever supposed to be anybody else but us. But see, we listened, and we set our ass down and said, no, we're not coming out. And this is why. Because right now, all they're doing is just waiting it out. They want it to go back to what they call normal. Because us being brutalized in the streets and murdered in the street was normal to them. And this is the reason why I will not be tricked into fake ass solidarity like some of you black folks on this app have been tricked into fake ass solidarity. It's not real. It's a facade. Because this is how they really feel. This is what they want.
Facts.
They want it to go back to not affecting them. They're just waiting it out. So we're going to
talking about, can we go back to regular police brutality? And this interview with a whole bunch of white folks from Iowa just goes to show that the majority of white folks in America don't fight but themselves.
I mean, I think anytime someone gets shot in the street, we should be it's enough to put them they're not supposed to be here. Maybe they should go back where they're going and get involved and get the way others are trying to do the job. It's really legalized murder. And there's no question about it.
Legalized murder in America has been going on since its infancy. It was founded on it, bruh. Like, this is our origin. This is our culture in America. Well, white culture in America, excuse me. And the more that you try to deny this history in the United States, the more likely it's going to happen again. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, it's not even a cycle at this point. They're just going back into the playbook and running the same plays over and over again. Like, it's not a cycle. It's a continuation of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? They find different ways to make these tactics work for them and to terrorize.
Frankly speaking, if you are a black or brown person for that matter, and you feel like you can go into these predominantly white spaces and be around majority white people just so you could change the narrative of how they view black and brown people, for that, let's just be honest. I seen a post on Twitter that said, from a white woman that said, can we just go back to regular police brutality already? Yeah, you know what she meant. I know what she meant. We don't even have to explain further. You know what I'm saying? This is how they feel. There's no amount of education, money, code switching that you can do for them to view you any differently than what they view you as. Okay? From microaggressions to downright being aggressive. They black and brown bodies. Because if they did, the state of this country wouldn't be in shambles right now. Okay? Right? Everything is deeply rooted in systemic and systematic racism, and they argue about that shit every day. They have access to the internet. They have access to a plethora amount of information about African American history, black history, period. And if they wanted to learn, they would. They don't care. Thank you.
Just when I think that something I saw online would never surprise me, you all come through with another banger. Can we just go back to regular police brutality, please? That 𝒲𝒶𝓎-𝒯ℛ𝒰 said. Do you all know what regular police brutality is? Unaliving people that look like me. Yeah. That 𝒲𝒶𝓎-𝒯ℛ𝒰 said, can we just go back to unaliving those people? Because you are unaliving too many of us. And can you just go back to them? Because we really don't care if they are unalived. You're unaliving us now. So, it's a problem. She said what so many people just like her agreed with. They all had no issue when the police were targeting us, unaliving us, arresting us, accosting us, terrorizing us. They had no issue with it. None at all. But she says, hey, they're attacking us now. Can you go back to attacking them? And this is why so many people are like, hey, y'all got it. Because clearly you had no issue when they were doing it to us. Clearly, because you want that to come back. What a piece of trash.
I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. I literally LOL'd, not because I found it funny, but because it just caught me off guard. And then this one, can we just go back to regular police brutality, please? And this person claimed to be a leftist, but they have been chased off of the Threads app. So they did claim to be a leftist. And so as a leftist, you were okay with the status quo when it was only black and brown people being brutalized. And then people wonder, people act so confused. Actually, no, they don't wonder, and they do not act confused. They act obtuse as to the reasonings why the 92% says, hey, we are resting. You guys have this one, okay? We refuse to be your meat shields. And then people just are all up in arms, like, oh my gosh, you guys can't do this. You guys can't sit this out. And they're like, hey, watch me. I will absolutely sit this out.
So we were right. Like, I mean, I knew I was right, but this just proves it. Can we just go back to regular police brutality, please? Can we just go back to when the white people weren't being murdered unjustly, please? It's regular police brutality. Even with the ICE situation and the mistreatment of people from ICE. ICE has killed people for years. Your outrage, and can we just go back to regular police brutality, came after Renee Good and Alex Preddy, who both happen to be white. That's what we're talking about. So when I pointed out they're killing our neighbors now was very weird, considering they've been killing your neighbors, but you just didn't consider us your neighbors because we didn't look like you. Police, ICE, federal agents, whatever you want to call them, have always been murdering people. This isn't new. But it seems to have caught your attention when the victims were white. So yes, be outraged, be upset at what's happening. But when you literally say, hey guys, stop killing the white folks and I will mind my business, you're proving the point. You are a part of the problem. You might as well pull the triggers yourself, because you're literally saying, just go kill the blackies, please. Just go kill the brown people, please. leave us white folk out of it. That's why you're in it, because you wanted to be left out of it so bad. That's why you're being murdered now, because you wanted to ignore when people you didn't deem worthy of life were being murdered.
I've been seeing comments like this. Can we just go back to regular police brutality, please? She's saying the silent part out loud that a lot of people don't want to admit. And this is why a lot of African Americans have decided that we're not going to put our bodies at the forefront of this fight right now, because it's like we're forgotten. You guys forget about history. So you're saying let's go back to just regular police brutality when they were just basically just harassing us. Like, that's no big deal. As long as they don't touch, you guys, it's completely okay. And I've been seeing a lot of this, and that's why a lot of people are hesitant to really go out and march, because we seem to be forgotten. For example, Keith Porter, completely forgotten in this conversation. I do not see very many posts about him unless it's people like me posting about him. And this is what I mean when I say we're forgotten. It doesn't matter when it happens to us, no one cares, but the moment that it happens to other people who don't look like us, suddenly it's an uproar. African Americans are not surprised by any of this going on, and the reason we seem to be so calm about it is because we've seen it happen before. We've seen it happen to our people countless times throughout history, and I won't say we're exactly desensitized to it, but it's just like we're not surprised, especially black women. We tried our best, we warned people. People were warned about this is how this is going to happen, but everyone seemed to ignore it. We've seen this countless times in history with people who look like us, who aren't protected, and actually the government protects these organizations that harass us, like the police, fire department who used to hose us. A lot of people seem to forget about that. The KKK. So many organizations have gotten away with harassing us and brutalizing us that for us this is not shocking. This is shocking for other people suddenly, and it's bonkers. And then people are like yelling at us to go and put our bodies at the forefront yet again, and in the same breath forgetting about us.
Wait a minute. I thought racism didn't exist. I thought we was just tripping. I thought we was making stuff up. You hear me? What you mean? So she since deleted the post and came back with this bullshit ass apology. And if you know, like I know, that like to comment ratio definitely indicates that they ripping her a new one on Threads. So when y'all come and tell black people, we need to unite, this who y'all want us to unite with. This is how they truly feel on the inside, you hear me? Y'all could come out here and say, y'all want unification. Y'all want to come together for the greater cause. It's affecting us all now. Y'all can miss me with that bullshit. We still ain't coming. And I'm going to expose everything that I see until it clicks with y'all. Because this is ridiculous. Y'all, at this point, y'all getting offed in the streets. And who better to listen to than the people that's used to getting offed in the streets, that has to prepare not to get offed in the streets every time they walk out the house. But you know what? My mom always tell me, oh, here, make a soft ass. You hear me? Happy Wednesday.
The next day.
Now she offered an apology because of the massive backlash of her insensitive and hateful comment that led her to believe that regular police brutality only supposed to affect black people, not people that look like her. She said what she meant and meant what she said.
White people, this is some real shit that I'm about to say, okay? Because I've been seeing a lot of videos circulating around, white people saying, oh, y'all want black people to be more involved in everything that's happening right now and everything that's going on. Where are we? Why aren't we helping y'all right now? Okay, Deontay Kyle said it best. Renee Good is a tragedy to y'all, and it's just another Tuesday for us. And I'm not being funny, and I'm not trying to be divisive, right? Because I am one of the main people, like, we need to be together. We need to sit together as a collective. But when y'all coming at us the way that y'all coming at us on social media, especially on TikTok, asking, where are we? Where was y'all at? We got Sandra Bland, Tamir Rice, Eric Garner, Corinne Gaines, Sean Bell, Philando Castile. Like, I mean, I could keep going on. Where was y'all at? I ain't even want to cry. Okay? We been feeling how y'all feeling about Renee Good is how we been feeling for years, not for weeks, not for days. And to have the gall to come on social media and be like, where is black people? Y'all need to get, period. And not with no motherfuckable suits and not with the snowballs. Because anytime that we take our black ass outside, any goddamn where, we gotta be prepared on the line. And that's just real talk. And y'all ain't nothing but talk. Everybody keep wanting to tell me, oh, the Handmaid's Tale, the Handmaid's Tale. I ain't never watched that shit.
First of all, good evening. Y'all know what the problem is, right? Right? All the atrocities, every horrific thing that happened this week, down to 5-year-old Liam being used as bait by that ICE agent to lure his father out so that they could detain and deport them both. The problem is so many liberals, so many moderates, so many progressives are out here saying things like, this isn't the America that we have grown to love. This looks like 1930s Germany. This is giving what the short mustache man did to those people overseas. We went to war because of this type of fascism. Yeah, you did for other white people. You did it for other white people. Which is why you're also now finally recognizing this is fascism. Here. Because it's happening to you. All the comparisons to Germany are insane. Because this is America. You ain't gotta even step outside your state line to compare some atrocity that happens here somewhere else. Baby, we got bullshit at home. Like, you're going to 1930, baby. Y'all had the Wilmington insurrection in 1898 right here at home. Tulsa Race Massacre was in 1921. The Rosewood Massacre was in 1923. Here. At home. Did y'all forget that that little mustache man was inspired by the horrific crimes against humanity that y'all did here? And that's the show he took on the road over there? Y'all are stunned and taken back that an ICE agent in America would use a brown child as bait when y'all used black children as gator bait. What's not clicking in y'all head?
Speak, sis.
Y'all are stunned and appalled that people would take people's children away from them. Did you not do that to indigenous children right here? Like, I could have sworn just a few years ago we were uncovering bodies of indigenous children that y'all stole from their people, put in isolation in these horrific schools, brutalized and unalive. You stole millions of people from another continent and brought them here as property. And you're shocked at the brutality that's occurring in these deportations now? Y'all the prototype. This is the blueprint. This is the America that you grew up in, and your granny, and your great-grandma, and your great-great-meemaw. All of y'all grew up here where every horrific thing happened. And that's exactly why now y'all are still trying to catch up to what's because you have cognitive dissonance. Like y'all like to just rewrite history so much that now that you're seeing it being rewritten in front of you, you're offended. Y'all act like y'all like MLK a couple days ago, like y'all didn't get that man killed. Everything happening in America is absolutely the American experience for everyone that has had the unfortunate circumstance to be left here with a bunch of oppressive people. Everything happening now, everything you're offended by now has happened to everyone else here. It's just that now it's happening to y'all and people that look like y'all. And so now you're finally catching up. You're about 400 years too late.
People have no allies. The world is always whining and crying, wanting us to fight their battles, being human shields, so we're the ones that get killed. But continue to delineate and watch from the sidelines, drinking your tea. We just got to let it be, because this doesn't have anything to do with me. What they are trying to do is steal our joy and our peace. For them, this is a way to seek solidarity. Cosplaying as our people, disrespecting our heritage. But I'm going to tell you what we're gonna do, because can't nobody check us, boo. We're resting, we're not coming outside. We're gonna continue to watch what they are doing to you.